Yo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna give you my thoughts at the 97th Academy Awards ceremony. So last night, the 97th Academy Awards ceremony took place in the Dolby Theatre in LA, and let's just kick this off with the most obvious things of all things. If you looked at my video yesterday with my winner predictions, I am a fucking genius. Okay, I might have some things wrong, but in the end I got most right, and that's the most important part, and the things I got right I was very happy with. In the end, I am very happy because I got a 17.5 out of 23, which means that I had 16 categories completely correct and 3 categories where I thought someone else would win, but I also said that this person might have a big chance to, so it's not going to be this person, it's going to be that person, and that ended up being the correct choice. And the others, well, I just had completely fucked up, but most of these categories were in the category that I have never seen any movie of, which was the short and which was the documentaries. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect except for me last year. This year I wasn't that perfect, sorry. But yeah, let's talk about the ceremony for a second, because I thought this year was pretty boring. Sorry, I have to say it. There was no real standout this year, no real moments, not a Will Smith hitting Chris Rock, or not a not-to performance, or not something like that. It was just a very good, very solid ceremony that we all will forget about in about 2 hours. But hey, you know, things get a thing. It's some pretty ironic things happening, and Nosferatu didn't get anything, which was obvious, by the way. And well, Wallace and Gromit didn't get anything, so I told you fucking so. Told you that one wouldn't make any chance. Did I was mad with Flo? No. Would I have hoped the Memoir of a Snail would have won? Yeah. That happened on multiple occasions, but hey, you know, the Oscars got an Oscar. I am very happy that Emilia Perez only took home 2 Oscars, and the pity Oscar I gave it, which was El Mal, it got that, but also Zoe Saldana, which is something that I also figured out. I think for me, the biggest surprise coming in the categories has to be for the sound category, because I have my little ballot right here. For the sound, I immediately went for A Complete Unknown, which was also my favorite choice of the bunch. And then it went to Dune Part 2, which was the pity Oscar I gave Dune for the VFX, which is also one. It won 2 categories in a single block, which was insane. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think Dune would go home with 2 Oscars as well. So that was a big surprise. And I was actually really kind of happy with that because, well, you know, they do deserve it. So yeah. For the rest, not a lot that was really surprising. Adrien Brody winning for Best Actor was a nice touch, and I really saw that coming. The only thing I did not see coming was the pee break of 6 minutes with his speech, because that shit went on forever. And I do like it when my man wins an Oscar, because that's a prestigious award. But holy fuck, it kept going. And all the pauses he made were insane. Like, I get you made some very distinctive things and you said some very nice things in your speech, but it was so freaking long. And something I also noticed this Oscar was that every category, people were also already talking about, oh shit, my timer has started already. Or Adrien Brody just straight on saying, turn the music off, I'm not done. I'm gonna wrap it up, and then not wrapping it up for another 5 minutes. Was pretty ironic and pretty funny, which was something I did not see coming. Conan O'Brien making jokes about not delaying this and getting straight to the point with the Oscar ceremony, and then them not showing any of the original songs in this version, which was something I really did not see coming, which was something I really thought was odd. Yeah, and then it still went on for way too long. I think the ceremony ended for me at like 4:38. Which was really late because I still had to drive home, and I was in bed by 6:30, and I had to wake up at 10 because I forgot that I was watching the Oscars that night, so I planned sports in the fucking morning. This is my morning face still. I've been awake for 3 hours now. I want to die. Something I also really did not see coming was Anora winning fucking everything. I mean, I was hoping it would, but I'm so happy it also did. Like, Mikey Madison winning over Demi Moore was something I personally didn't see coming. I thought I would give it to Demi Moore because she has more experience, stuff like that. She has been a first-time both of them has been a first-time nominee and first-time winner if they won it. But Demi Moore has been on this planet longer, and Demi Moore has done more for the business. So I thought that they would give it to her over over Mikey Madison. So that was a really nice surprise. And it's also pretty ironic if you think about it, because Demi Moore got bested by a younger, more beautiful version. I thought it was it's pretty poetic if you think about it. Like, we just have to say that. It's pretty poetic. And something I also noticed, something I was like, nice. The in memoriam section where everybody was honored who died in the last year, which was quite a lot. Quite a few names I thought died in earlier years, like James Earl Jones and Maggie Smith. I forgot that was this year. And, well, that was intense, but I do like it that they finally put the attention to the people who died instead of the people who performed during that segment. Like last year, there was someone on the piano and someone singing, and the in memoriam section was on the floor. How the fuck would anyone in that room see it? So I was happy that it was more down to earth this year and that they did it beautifully. It was a little bit boring. They could have done it a little bit faster, but it was still very nice to see. I'm happy they honored everyone they could. Even Gene Hackman, who died like a week ago in some weird circumstances. I am very happy that they made something special for him with Morgan Freeman talking about him, which almost made me cry because that was highly emotional and that was pretty intense to see. And you could really see the friendship between Gene Hackman and Morgan Freeman, and you could really see that he lost a friend. Yeah. Also, now we're talking about it, does anyone know what's going on with Morgan Freeman? Like, where is the man's hair? And what's happening with his hand? I know he has something with his hand, but the glove he was wearing was too low. So his hand, if his hands were like this, his hand with the glove was like this. Like this. It was really weird. So, yeah, talking about that, that was something I noticed. Kieran Culkin won. I was fucking happy with that. Anora won. Sean Baker becomes the first ever man to win 4 Oscars on a single night for the same movie for himself. I mean, I think I should become a writer, director, editor, and producer of my own movies because goddamn, if that shit is possible, that's awesome. Man deserved Oscars for every movie he made, especially The Florida Project, which is one of my favorite movies ever. And he never did, and I was always angry with that. And now this year, he did it. And he did it with great, great passion. And I was loving it. Every single second of it. And also the international feature film going to I'm Still Here instead of Emilia Perez. Freaking fucking love it. That was the biggest surprise, I think. I did not see that coming. I thought with 13 Oscar nominations, they would give that to Emilia Perez. And then that didn't happen, and it went to I'm Still Here instead. And I think I could have cried from joy at that moment because Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, the movie theater I went to see the Oscars at, they first announced that what the planning was for the night. He literally said, just let's hope Emilia Perez doesn't win much. That maybe was the best joke of the entire evening, and I'm happy that it didn't. I mean, Zoe Saldana won, and she deserved it. She was very good in Emilia Perez. Her singing was kind of good in Emilia Perez, but it wasn't. I mean, that was a pretty interesting choice there because, well, if you look at the other people, Monica Barbera, Ariana Grande, Felicity Jones, Isabella Rossellini, and Zoe Saldana, I think the least likely person to get it was Ariana Grande, which happens, of course, because she didn't do it. But apart from that, everyone was a big contender for it. And I do feel like even though we all hate Emilia Perez, Zoe Saldana was good in it. I still feel like Zoe Saldana is the freaking lead actress in that movie instead of Carla Sofia Gascon. But, you know, that's what it is. The entire movie revolves around Zoe Saldana, but it's about Emilia Perez, which was played by Carla Sofia Gascon. But you know, the world is what it is. The world is what it is. I think the weirdest and most interesting thing about this year's Oscar ceremony is we only have 3 years to go until the 100th ceremony of the Oscars. And I still feel like they're getting least special and less and less special every year. This year was insane. This year did not have any standouts apart from some interesting choices that I absolutely loved, or it was like, okay, I like it, I dig it. And, well, no original songs. A tribute to Quincy Jones, which I liked, and a tribute to James Bond, which went on for way too freaking long. Where I also think, like, why? Why are they doing a tribute to James Bond? I mean, it was a good tribute, and seeing Margaret Qualley dance like that, the man in me became insanely happy. I mean, I did not take my eyes off the screen once during that segment. That was just me being locked in for 5 minutes straight, loving everything I see on screen and just being like... And then it went on for way too long. They sang some of the songs. They sang Live and Let Die, which is an awesome song. They sang Skyfall, which is an even more awesome song, and they butchered it completely. Was it her who sang it? Yeah, I didn't like her rendition of it. I don't know who it was, but she made some very strange choices with some of the vocals. It was all sang very well, but it didn't sound like shit for Skyfall. It was not good. I mean, the segment went on for so long, I absolutely thought they were going to announce a new James Bond. And I was ready for the new James Bond to pop up, and then it didn't happen, and it just ended. I was like, so what was it for? The last James Bond movie is 4 years old. It's from 2021. The man freaking died. We need a new one. When the fuck is it coming? Alright? So what did you think of the Oscars? Did you watch last night? Did you watch it live, or did you watch the recap in the morning where you could see all the winners in your local newspaper? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I am really excited to hear your opinion on the Oscars. I had a pretty great night with some pretty mediocre Oscar-worthy some pretty mediocre performances. Nah, not performances. It was a pretty mediocre show if you think about it, but well, the Oscars got an Oscar and I still loved it. And I can't wait to see you all next year, if you only looked at my channel for the Oscars, to see you for next year's 98th Oscar ceremony again. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.